everybody, GamerKing is back with another review for a movie I am late for once again, and this time it's out too. This time that's the thing. And so a good quick spoiler-free review. Also, I'm here with Monsters Bees on way again because he closely wanted to join me up. But yeah, this is my quick spoiler-free review. It's out too. Might do spoilers later in the video, but who knows? But yeah. Quick review for free for another friend here, by the way. So yeah, we're gonna get over quick thoughts of Inside Out 2, and then probably just do some spoilers because hey, this film looks pretty good. But yeah, so start off with this movie's actually pretty good. I like how the world that they continue to build up in Inside Out 2, and how they explore growing up with Riley throughout the film. And interesting more the emotions in the film, which I like the new emotions in the film. That's all pretty good. I even like not gonna lie, the vault scene was one of my favorite scenes. Like the vault scene was one of my favorite scenes where they speaking of that, like there's actually really good animation in this movie. Like the different animations, like with when they're in the vault scene with like different like cartoon character and the video game character, which is fantastic. I like that. And something else.
If you ask me, this would be like between If and Inside Out 2. If being the most wholesome, while Inside Out 2 is being the most relatable.
Yeah, like comparing the If that we saw earlier, as we said, the most wholesome. It's a really hard choice to see like which was like a little bit better because If is like the most more wholesome, but this is like way more relatable though. So like, yeah, but yeah, that's like a good like comparison between Monsters and I. And what are your thoughts, real quick?
I just say Inside Out 2 was actually doing pretty well. It shows all the stages of growing up. It even shows and tackles tough conversations that you don't usually talk with like people, like having to fit in,
right?
Growing up.
Oh, that's another good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The sense of anxiety.
Yeah, like having like complex emotions too, like of fitting in more. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And it doesn't treat anxiety as this thing that is unnecessary.
Yeah.
It shows it's necessary.
Yeah.
But if not regulated, then it can be really hurtful.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like like you said, like I like how they treat anxiety in this movie. Like it doesn't treat anxiety like as a thing I get rid of. It's needed, but like it's how you like control your anxiety to a point where it doesn't get too much. Basically, it's how it does it. And it does it really well. I really like that what this film did. Because of course that's how like a lot of people deal with anxiety and how they treat anxiety, of course. So like that how they did anxiety was really well and pretty good. And I like the sense of like with Joy, how they grow Joy's character as well. Because there's one quote in here I'll talk about my spoilers, but there's one good quote in here that I would say is absolutely like the best, like my favorite quote of this whole film that relates to me the most, like straight up, like oh my goodness. That's all I gotta say. Got any more thoughts, Monstrous, before you?
Nope.
All right. Any more thoughts? At least one more thought before going to spoilers, possibly.
A blind kid. Turning a robot.
Stop spoiling the movie.
Yeah, we kept seeing so much like spoilers online, bro. Like, dude, what the heck? The internet's always like that. But yeah, last thoughts?
He's a guy who should have been the main character.
Ready to talk about spoilers, guys?
Nope.
I'm not a spoiler. I'm not spoiling anything before anyone. They can just click off the video before they.
I know.
Yeah, like we can do that.
Okay, here's a spoiler.
Wait. We gotta get them ready first. Come on. Like, all right, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Click off before you watch. But now we're talking about spoilers. Go ahead.
All right, Bing Bong dies.
Yeah, that's the first one. So what's your point?
I didn't tell you what type of spoilers I was giving.
What's the spoiler for this one you want to talk about? Like, what stands out in this movie stands out to you the most?
Oh, here's a spoiler. She gets separated from her friends from a different school.
Bruh. She hangs out with them.
She still hangs out with them, but not in the same high school.
Yeah, which is basically like again another valuable thing.
Also, she's from Minnesota. If you never knew that.
But yeah,
So shout out to Minnesota. That's probably the most interesting thing that's happened there.
Big shout out to Minnesota people that watch my videos.
This is one Minnesota guy's gonna be like, "Hey, that's me."
No, yeah,
I live there.
yeah, I live in Minnesota. The quote, the quote that legit hit me the most is what Joy says about being delusional and how it's hard to be positive. How it's hard to be positive without because like everyone else is so like negative and critical about literally everything, which it doesn't relate to me in a way. It absolutely does. And also the line of what Joyce says, "Oh God, this is a damn truck." But but also another quote that Joyce says in this is when she like says, it's when like growing up, it's hard to feel like sometimes it's hard to feel joy when you're growing up, which. Damn, isn't that not like...
Yeah, that's actually true.
That's true in like freaking adulthood, man. Like, damn, that hits hard.
Adulthood will rob you of your joy.
You're technically...
Just like you, actually. It robs you of your joy. Yeah, you are an adult. You're an adult. All the joy's been...
No.
I mean, no, but my joy's still out here, man. I still got mine while he lost his.
I didn't lose mine.
Yes, you did. Like, you like had no fun while we were on that trip. Bro. Come on.
That's because
Does this face not say joy? Does this face not say joy?
It does not say joy. It says it looks nihilism to me. Wow.
That's the third emotion.
That should be the next emotion in Inside Out 3. Put in nihilism. Nihilism in Inside Out 3. That's the next emotion that's gonna be in Inside Out 3 for sure. Calling it right here. But yeah, also like the panic attack scene in the middle is like, whoo, that was also, I really like that scene. Not gonna lie, I didn't cry as much as I did when I watched If, actually. Sorry, If right here. I didn't cry like I did when I watched If. But it's still like but still impactful still, cause again, it's a lot more relatable, cause like it hits, cause like that sense. Oh, also, you know what? Yeah, this one part where like when anxiety was like assembling all the anxiety memories that she picked up, making memories for Riley, and trying to culminate all that up into this one new like sense of core self, the sense of self. That's what's called in the movie. For Riley, and oh, you know what I really like though? I really like how it both views the positive sense of stuff and the negative sense of stuff, both in a bad light, funny enough. Because like, oh, I'm good. Like, oh yeah, I'm a good person. Like that, like in how basically compares like, oh, I'm a good person to like, oh, I'm not good enough, as like basically in that same kind of like toxic light, basically. Because obviously it's like the I'm not good enough is also more negative one, a little more toxic one, but like just as like, oh, I'm a good person, because like you're not a perfect person. You're not always good. You're not always like a good person. You get your own like problems and stuff and all that. But it's like, again, it's a lot more complex way, which is like what this film really just nails. It nails the complexity of emotion that you encounter when you grow up. You know, like when you mess up a lot, and we mess up, and how you make mistakes, and how you get your own like problems and stuff, and panic attacks, like in this movie. So like, yeah, I just love how it did all that, and ended up with don't dab. But yeah, closing thoughts before I end off this full review. Yeah, I'd say it's a really good film. It's a really good film. Watch it. Don't. Hey guys, it's GamerKing here. I just want to add some more thoughts. Like, actually add some like critiques I have real quick before I actually get to our ratings. And that's I think like the one quick thing I think definitely like is like the biggest like out thing that stands out as like negative is like it definitely is kind of a retread of the first, because like the first is all about like, oh, emotions go out into Riley's mind and had to get back in control with the console, basically, and that's basically it. But what this film does is a lot more like in a creative way, because like it shows with Riley's growing up how things are different and how like things operate differently, which absolutely saves that negative. But still, like it still kind of treads out the same way like the first one did, and also with Joy. Also like with Joy, basically being the true like actually not with Joy, like getting control of the console, getting control of the console with like the other emotions by the end too. So like yeah, that it definitely does that like the first, and I think that's mainly it. Yeah, I think that's mainly it, because that's like the biggest negative I have with this movie. So that's really my big negative I have on this film. So yeah. Also, a big positive I want to say is literally again is about the animation. Like I mentioned in my spoiler-free part of my review, and how basically how much animation grew from the first movie, because the first movie still had good animation. Don't get me wrong, but how much more detailed the animation is in this compared to the first is a lot more distinct, because not just with the different cartoon characters that they add into this, the cartoon bad character, and the video game character, as well. But it's also there's so more detail in the fuzzies and the anxiety's panic attack scene, where how visually glorious, as crazy as crazy that is, it's still you still feel wow, that still looks really good, even though it's a freaking a panic attack scene, which is oh my goodness. But yeah, the animation is just so good in this movie. It's again legit showing how great the animation medium is to tell stories like this, because you can't do this in live action. Yeah, that because heavy visual, sure, visuals can be good, but to tell a story this abstract and relatable, you legit need sweet animation. You need animation to do stuff and this stuff that Pixar does really well, which is why Pixar legit this film showing why Pixar is that company that you will know, and why Pixar is Pixar today. Just with great animation and great relatable stories like this, and everything, yeah, this is just it's a good Pixar film to come back to, especially because especially a Pixar film to come back to, especially. So yeah, it's just really good. I like it. Okay, so yeah, my rating of this film out of 10, I'd say it's a solid 9 out of 10, straight up. It's a good film. Really enjoyed it. Not as impactful as I thought it would be, but I still enjoyed it, by the way, because it's really relatable and complex in how they do everything. So
I would say 9.5 out of 10.
Really? Why is that?
I mean, it has the traits. It's more relatable, but there could be more to it.
More
that?
Yeah. You mean what more into that? What do you mean? More into the complexity, or
yeah, more into the complexity of it.
Okay. All right. What do you rate it?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. What do you think? What do you say that? Shoot. Wait. What do you say that knocks it down?
I don't think. How do you think that? What do you mean? What do you think that knocks it down? No, there's no such thing as a movie being a 10 out of 10.
Well, I know, but that's why I said 9.
I don't think you get the message, sir. The point of the movie isn't trying to be perfect, and it knows it.
Yeah.
All it needs to do is, does it show, does it grab my interest, and does it get what it needs to say?
Yeah, it does.
It's just all of those things. Did I like it? Yes. Anything else?
And also watching it in theaters is actually really worth it in theaters, though, too.
It'll probably come on Netflix, but watch it in theaters.
No, it's gonna be on Disney Plus. It's a Disney film, bro. But yeah, you give it a 8 out of 10. You give it 9.5, and I give it a 9 out of 10. So, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
I said 9.5.
9.5 out of 10. But yeah, that's our thoughts on Inside Out 2. I say it's a theater watch. It's actually worth it to witness all the complexities of these emotions on the big screen. I think it's actually worth it. And another good animated film and another animated film that's good on the list of good animated films that came out this year. So, yay! Garfield's not one of them.
Yes, it is.
I did not like Garfield. I didn't watch Garfield.
I mean, I watched the recap, so yeah.
Sure, right. Garfield sucks. Inside Out 2, good. I'd say Inside Out 2 is good. Watch it. I recommend it. Sorry. But yeah.